Hello, and welcome to this brief tutorial. During the next few minutes, we'll be thinking about what is meant, and indeed not meant, by the phrase independent learning. Let's start, though, by thinking a little bit more about what tends to be different about university study. First of all, it's worth stressing that university study is not entirely unrecognisable from studying at school or college. Like school or college, learning takes place both inside and outside the classroom or the lab, and is assessed through a combination of coursework and exams. There are, however, some important differences, and these include you becoming more directly responsible for managing your own studies. A set of practices we often refer to as independent study, or independent learning, or self-directed study, those sorts of things. So let's look a little bit more closely at what we actually mean by all this. Indeed, let's ask not only what we do mean, but also what we do not mean by that phrase, independent learning. Well, we should start by pointing out that no learning at university is actually independent in the literal sense of not depending on other people. On the contrary, all learning is highly dependent on the knowledge, expertise and support of others. And what's more, universities have always been places and continue to be places where people come together to produce knowledge collaboratively. The lecturers and the tutors who teach your subject, the authors of the books and journal articles that you will read, the classmates with whom you'll discuss your knowledge and ideas, these are just some of the people on whom you'll regularly depend throughout your studies. So independent learning, then, definitely doesn't mean you'll have to do everything for yourself, or that nobody will help you when you need help, or that you'll be working on your own all the time. Throughout your time at university, all sorts of people will be on hand to help you develop your approaches to studying and to get the most out of your degree. So what then do we mean by independent learning? Well, it simply means that as you adjust to university study, you will gradually take more and more responsibility for what you learn and how. And as your confidence and abilities grow, you will start to do the following kinds of things. To develop your own questions and lines of inquiry based on what's most interesting to you. To manage your own time outside of class so that you can cover the topics you need to. To explore your subject in greater depth and greater detail. And importantly, often to start to challenge some of the ideas you hear or read about, and to develop new ideas or adapt ideas of your own. And these are the kinds of things that make university study so exciting, challenging and rewarding, and this is why at the University of Leicester we're committed to helping you engage as fully as possible with your studies.